Cynthia, when do we start?
You've got Henry Kissinger and you've got Ronald Reagan. It's well done.
It's Wednesday.
I know, but that's no excuse. It's one of those things you want.
These flowers are lovely, aren't they? I'll have this one. It'll be dead by the time I get up.
That was John. You go down. That's usually additives to something that not the oil, it's a higher grade. I mean, not only me, you could have that This is the new David.
I've got some few greeting cards here which are out today, so I'm going to read them for you. Old chestnut. To Cynthia and Alan, best wishes. Teresa and Richard, very best wishes for the wonderful day and a long happy life together. Right, that's the first one. This is it. I think it's the flavour, isn't it? To Cynthia and Dad, have a great day and honeymoon. Wishing you all the happiness in the world of Dan. Other than Dan. So Cynthia and Alan, thank God you two land each other again. You were made for each other with lots of love and best wishes. Marion, Paul, Alice, Fifi and Dylan. Thank you both for a fantastic weekend. We just happened to have our wedding in the middle of it. Your wedding, sorry.
Marrying as well. I think it might be to us. There's not one to somebody else's.
Well, it might be. To Dad, Gran and Cynthia, lots of love, Ben and Amelia. To Cynthia and Alan, love and best wishes for a wonderful future together from Gillian, Steve and family. Put all these in milk. Well, you know where they are, Paul? They look alike, don't they?
It's Alan with 2 L's instead of 1. I'm in Dallas. I told you about it. I've never seen such a bad.
It's one of the best I've seen. Dear Cynthia and Alan, have a wonderful life together. Love, always. Adriana. Sorry, Kev. This is going to be hard one. To Mr. and Mrs. Stallis, a match made in heaven. Thank you for allowing us to share your special days. We wish you both days filled with love, laughter, sunshine and happiness. To our very good friends, we wish you joy.
Alan, if ever you get a speeding ticket, mate, just wait to me, yeah? You know what I'm saying, mate, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, take your hand later, pal.
No, I don't think so. No. Cynthia and Alan, with all our love, best wishes, Mum and Dad. I gotta say, don't even. Rob, you're looking very well, and I hope you're very good. Right, 3 o'clock. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take your breath away. All our love today from Cudrados in Canada.
Michelle.
I've got 78 to go before I reach the big. Because he's thinking he's going to get the free bus pass. You've got to wait 12 months before you get it. You put the thing in for the bus pass in the January, but he won't get it till the December. What's that? I thought there must be some out. Or are we playing Russian?
Are you ready for bed?
You ready for bed? For goodness sake, I thought you were do you want me to take you on it? You're where on it?
Because she's still very good stage. He's a bit bossy. So when she gets let out, she just tells him what to do.
Standing for a toast for the bride and groom, please. The bride and groom.
Bride and groom. Cheers. Cheers.
Cynthia's favourite tipple. Thank you, relax now. Now, I better get my speech out now. How many pages have I got for this?
I've got 10, you've got.
I don't know how many pages now, it's just going to take. Please. Cynthia, I don't know how we found it, but it is heaven. Now then, I was going to do a long speech, but I've been told I'm going to be in the bar for 8 o'clock. Now, most of you can't see me because of this beautiful flower display in front of me. I've got to thank Wendy for these flower displays. The aroma from there is absolutely brilliant. How you got them to that stage, I don't know, but it was beautiful. As you know, me and Alan go back a few years, don't we, Al?
1 or 2.
1970, when I first met him, both on crutches. in Preston, a Welshman in Preston, before you say it.
You're not Welsh, are you?
No. And
It's
since then, off and on, we've been through a few things together, but I won't bore you with our stories, but we've been mates, and I'm very glad to see him come across a very, very nice. The first night out I had in Manchester, in the Circus pub
The circus, mate.
in Manchester, Cynthia said, Arthur, we'll take you and Kerry to Manchester to see the pubs. We come off the train without paying,
That's actually alright.
landed in the Circus pub. What time was that? 7 o'clock. And we were still there, 11 o'clock. That's the only pub I've seen in Manchester. We went for an Italian, and then, as predictable, Alan had a row. Alan was going to walk all the way from Manchester to Bolton and leave us in the middle of Manchester. And that was our introduction to Cynthia. But since then,
Never
she's
told
been,
us this. We know the circus.
yeah, but since then she's been a great mate, and I'm glad that.
Now we are.
Yeah. So, and when you see all your mates here enjoying themselves, you think, right, you know, you've done something right for the same time. Anyway, I'm not going to say anymore. I'm going to pass him to the main man. So he's going to have a few words.
What is it, Martin?
Yeah.
Mr. Dallas.
I've just got a speech here. It's on various. What do you mean on it? Who said that? Excuse me. I'm not bloody racist, but hang on. Anyway, I've got a speech here. It was written. It's actually somebody telling me. They said, before you marry this woman, you should understand all about this. It said. And it said, do you know anything about the signs? I said, well, what signs are these? He said, well, you're a Libra. They said, do you know what you're marrying? Who are you marrying? They said, well, it's an Aries. And they said, do you know what an Aries is? I said, well, no, not really. I said, I don't even know what a bloody Libra is. Really. And it said, well, it said, she's energetic. I thought, that sounds good, doesn't it? Adventurous. Not bad, is it? Spontaneous. Pretty good, that sounds about right. Confident. Well, that could be good, it might be good. And enthusiastic. Well, that's great, fantastic. So enthusiastic about me. Fun, that sounds good, doesn't it? Fun. Loves a challenge, I thought, bloody hell. I'm in trouble here now. Bloody hell, loves a challenge. I thought, I'll give her a challenge. Then it got worse, Extremely impatient. True, isn't it? Sometimes selfish. Short fuse. Maybe, what do you think? Yeah. Short fuse. What is
She claims a Spanish
Short fuse. Easily angered. I thought, bloody hell, I'm in real trouble now. Easily angered, but then it got better. It said lively, passionate. I thought, well, that's getting right on my street. And sharp. And then I've got it. Oh, that's not too bad. She's never in. So. Then it got really bad. Loses interest quickly. Shit! Loses interest quickly. Bloody hell. Loses interest quickly. I had to pay a fortune to get this off the internet. Easily bored. Then it got really true then. Egotistical. Courageous. And assertive. Tends to be physical. Oh, this is getting really good. And athletic. Well, I thought that was true. So I started to doubt it then. Anyway. But anyway, sorry, it was just an aside that. I'm not telling you what this is about me. Sensitive, appreciative, wonderful. Balanced. Upside. But anyway, without going on too long, I'm renowned for going on. Thank you very much for coming in. I've had a fantastic time. It's lovely to be with friends, family, particularly family, you know, I mean, two families, learn about each other and everything else. But we wanted to come here and just have a nice time. And I think we can say that we have had a nice time. Apart from being in the bankruptcy court next week, but anyway, Cynthia will be joining me because it says on here. Anyway, honestly, there's a band in there waiting to play music. Please come and have a dance because we will. Well, Cynthia will be dancing all night. I can't say how nice the time was. The flowers, fantastic, Wembley. Yeah, absolutely out of this world. Wherever the chef is. Yeah, bloody brilliant, mate. The staff, the beautiful staff here. I hope you've all tipped them because I've no one left. The staff have been fantastic. Shut up. The place is, excuse me, I'm not getting racist, but can we have the Spaniards are out.
That's two racist remarks you made. I'm going to tell my dad.
I will do. Anyway, thank you very much. My lovely family, who I adore, all of you. And, well, the bridesmaids, fantastic bridesmaids. Page boy was a bit, yeah, he was a bit, where is he? Rampant, Super Elijah, what a man. Anyway, I've said enough. Shut up. Thank you very much, and I've got
very nice. We get our birthday same day, so we're in the same temperament, don't we? At this time, I was going to ask Ron to make a speech, but he's got a big domino game on Wednesday. So he's got to rest. Instead, we're going to ask Ian to say a word on behalf of everybody.
Mr. and Mrs. Dallas, family and friends. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to say actually yet, but I do want to say something, and that is on behalf of all the guests and the family here tonight, or this weekend. And I hope I'm not treading on anyone's toes if anyone's going to stand up and say anything, but I just think that a few words ought to be said. Number one, we were invited here and we all came down that wonderful drive from the main road on the way to Oban, thinking, where the hell are we going? How long is it? When we had a thing printed out on the computer, and Wendy it said, yes, it's 3 minutes. And I said, no, it's not minutes, it's miles. And it wasn't 3 miles, it was 10 miles. But what a surprise we all, wasn't it fantastic? What these two have arranged for all of us. When we drove down that drive, not knowing where we were going, you come into this wonderful oasis. And it's just unbelievable, it's incredible. And then we get the experience of not only the views that this place is so renowned for, But what Alan and Cynthia. Send him out. Wanted us to experience was actually the food. And quite honestly, I know we've all been to wedding receptions in our time, but I honestly think this is just going to be one of the best. And it's just unbelievable. Kerry, Elaine and Cynthia have actually been, I won't say pestering Andrew and me, but they have made sort of little comments to, you know, well, what actually does a Scotsman wear on is that's perfectly true, this is. And Elaine will excuse our bride.
Shame on you, Elaine.
So I promised Kerry, I said, look, I'll tell you what it's all about. With Andrew, of course, I'll tell you. And it goes a bit of something like this. It says, there's a lot of silly rumours that we Scotsmen do wear bloomers. Well, it's a secret. And I can near give it away. But if you want to know for certain what's behind this iron curtain, off you come to bonny Scotland on a very windy day. Finish and just say, Cynthia and Alan, on behalf of your family and of your guests, which we feel, I know I speak on behalf of a lot of you guests, so proud and privileged to be invited to join you two, in this special, special day with your families. We've been invited to spend that, and we feel very humble and very privileged to be here. You have entertained us, you have wined us.
Hey, wait till later.
We've wined, we've dined to the highest that anybody ever could at a wedding reception. Your hospitality, your generosity is just, I don't know the words, it's unbelievable. Well, actually, I do know two words. And they are, to sum it all up, is say, Cynthia and Alan, you're the best. I would like Cynthia and Alan to stand and all the guests to sit. And we toast them to wish them all the very best for the future. And thank you so much for inviting us. We've had one hell of a time, and it's a memory that will stay in our minds for a long, long time, if not forever. So I'd like you to stand, and we will sit. Cynthia and Alan.
Cynthia and Alan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Do you want to say it, George? No.
Oh, she's not quiet, is she?
There is a band who are waiting for us.
Okay.
I think there's coffee or tea or whatever. I don't know. But please, let's go and enjoy the rest of the
Oh,
day.
you get your chocolate cake at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, chocolate.
I'll take it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just give it to me.
Later.
Give it to me. I'll look after it.